Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. We have a few less people than we did a few minutes ago, but we wanted to come to you as a group to let you know some news that we have to give you today. We're going to be just a brief little update, but we had court today at 11, and so we're really happy to announce to you that the judge has extended our stay yet again, and we are going to have our oral arguments on February 28th at 11 a.m. So that'll be the next time that all the parties convene. The judge will hear the oral arguments on the merits of our case, and he will defer a decision until after. He's not going to make a decision at the day of the hearing. So he wants to be able to think about what happened and then, go ahead and make his decision. So he will be making that decision sometime in March. As of the 15th, February 15th, the city, the Alliance, and the MLC has, that is their deadline to submit an amicus brief in support of the city's position. We will be submitting our reply on February 23rd, and then oral arguments start on the 28th. So that is the schedule. So basically, yet there's still really nothing, to do. We are going to wait to see what happens. Also, that came out of it is the question of opt-outs, which a lot of you have been asking about. And we prepared our website. We have an opt-out page on our page, www.nycretirees.org/opt-out. We put it up a week ago. We said just kind of go over there and look at things and, get yourself familiar with it in case that, the time comes that it's time to do it. So when we spoke, the board spoke with Steve and Jake today, our attorneys after the hearing. We said, hey, listen, what should we start to suggest to people you think, as we're getting closer to the time? And Steve's answer was basically this. He's like, the city can screw up, obviously. I mean, a lot of things can happen. They're talking about these crazy things about the city having to shut down payroll in order to opt us all out. And so to avoid any of the craziness, we're thinking maybe the good idea is to start to opt out. If you're ready, if you're wanting to opt out and stay in your current plans or your senior care plan, you don't want to be in the MAP plan, just to start doing your opt-outs, getting them in. Make sure that whatever method that you follow, that you keep track of either, when you sent them in, who you sent them into, how you sent it in, keep a copy of what you sent in. Remember that you can also ask, on our website, we also denoted how you can ask for confirmation, that they are supposed to be sending you confirmations on doing this. That you can give them your email address. They should be able to, if you're going to do this on the 833 hotline, you should be able to ask them, hey, can you send me a confirmation that I just did this? Make sure you're getting confirmation numbers in case for some reason that email doesn't come through. So we're thinking that it's a good idea to start that opt-out process just in case. Don't panic. I mean, nothing bad's happening. But as we move in closer to that date, something that came out in the hearing today caused us for some degree of cautiousness. That if by chance you opt out towards the end of the opt-out deadline, March 31st, that there's a good chance it could take the city a while to get you out. And we don't want that to happen to you. We also kind of think that, call us conspiracy theorists, but that when they said you could have a trial period till June 30th, that really wasn't because they were being nice to you, that it's possibly because it may take you that long to get you out of it, and we don't really want to see that happen. We know that they're not always being honest with us, or there's an ulterior motive. I mean, is that putting it nicely?
Right. And again, it's not the disclaimer. We're not saying that's what they're saying. Yeah. Again, that is our disclaimer. We're just, it's a theory.
Hypothesizing.
Right. It's a theory. But anyway.
Yeah. So we just want to err on the side of caution and say, if you're going to opt out, because the judge still has to decide on the merits of the case. And, and he can come, after the 28th and he listens to the argument, he can come back and say, hey, listen, we find for the petitioners, he could say a few things. Like, for example, he could say, the petitioners, we agree with their position and that they shouldn't be included in this thing, and this should be for future retirees, right? Or he could find for the respondents and say, let the plan go, but they shouldn't be going into it. We don't really know what he's going to come back with. We do know that he is a very reasonable judge. He understands our positions. He understands the concerns. He understands our fears. And we just want to offer that suggestion to you, is that you start to look at the opt-out page. And if you're going to opt out, start that process. If you have a problem, reach out to us. But it was a good day in court. It was another win for us. This is like, are we on number 4 now?
Is it 4 or 5? 4, right?
4. I think it's 4, right? So you definitely know
Number
where
4.
It is 4. Yeah. So we could never have gotten here without all of you, and this is like really huge for a bunch of rumps, that we got to this place. And it's your data, your evidence, your phone calls, your efforts, you're getting things notarized last minute for us. I mean, huge. So that's all I had to say. Do you guys have something to say?
No, thank you. Sorry about the emails. Again, I mean, you guys were awesome. It just killed me, but you guys were awesome with the emails. I mean, you guys did what you were asked. It just took me forever, because besides doing that, I was with the ladies doing legally stuff for hours upon hours. So trying to squeeze all that in on top of that. So yes, it took me a couple of days to get back to you. Thank you for being so patient about it. I might have missed a few people, but I did get everything in that was submitted. So again, thank you. That's all I have to say. So what you have to say now?
Just that I would say, if you're going to opt out, again, no panic. Don't do it by mail. With the way the mail's been with COVID and everything else going online, it may not get there in time. It may get delayed. It's probably not the best method to go with. I would suggest, again, either do it online or use the 833. Get that reference number if you call 833 on top of giving them your email. Because they never emailed me, and I called back the next day to ask them where was my email, and they couldn't figure it out, but they did confirm I was out. I'm still not convinced, but they said I was out. So again, I think personally, the computer might be the best way to go, because you're going to get an immediate email. 833, if they don't put your email in, I guess, or they screw it up. Who knows? Somebody in Shanghai has my email. But don't panic. The fight's still ongoing. We still need your support. The money's coming in. It's not slow. It's not fast. It's steady. But we're definitely going to need more funds, because this can continue to be a very costly battle as we move into our oral arguments now. And, depending on how it goes, the appeals process and all that other stuff, we don't know where it will lead to. But, continue to send in your funds. We're not wasting your money. Don't listen to some of these people on the page saying, "Oh, why is it so expensive? Why can't you find the cheaper guy?" Well, listen, we're not going to Earl Scheib for a paint job. Yeah. We're going top notch here. We're going to the good guys. We're getting an extra layer. That's right. We're getting the extra layer of clear coat. Make sure we shine in court. So we got a good system here. We got a good bunch of attorneys, and their legal team is excellent. And I think we're for a bunch of rumps, we're a formal ally to the city, and they're finally starting to realize they didn't know who they were taking on.
Yeah. So that's all good points. Very, very good points.
Yeah.
Adeline, you got anything?
I have some background noise here, but I just want to say I will be posting a financial update in the next couple of days. I just need some time to process all the checks that came in today, which was a pretty good amount. And then gather all the information. So there will be an update coming.
Cool. And there's a couple of questions in the chat. If you've already filed your opt-out, do you have to do it again? No, your opt-out filed should stand. Please make sure that you have a confirmation for it. If you did not get a paper confirmation like many of our retirees are getting, please call and ask for one. Confirm that you're actually in it. If they tell you they have no record of it, you may need to do it again. but basically that's basically the story there. And if you have a question, reach out to us. Michelle, go ahead. Did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, somebody was saying, if you're talking about the phone number for 833, it's 833-325-1190. Yes, that number haunts me.
I know, it's crazy.
So that's the Alliance phone number. That's the people that you would talk to. Get a reference number if you do call them.
Yep.
Again, you could go on, we have links to do the electronic opt-out, I believe, on our webpage. Right, I think that's on one of the numbers, right? And the opt-out form is there. I know a couple of people have asked me. I do have a PDF form of the correct opt-out form. So I know a couple of people asked me for that. I was able to send it to them. So it's on our website. It's out there, so we have it. So,
and that's another question, another good statement to remind people as well, since we are recording. Oh, actually, we didn't record this. I guess I'm going to have to go re-record this. So the opt-out forms, there used to be two. There is only one opt-out form now, and the city kind of changed it, and they left a lot of information out. They didn't advise you that there is a premium for these plans that you're opting out into. We put a disclaimer on our website just so that you know that there's potentially, depending what plan you choose, there is a premium. We do not know what's going to happen in the lawsuit. The judge can come back and say, all of us currently retired, you can stay in your current plan, but there will be no premium. We don't know what he's going to say, but you do need to be prepared to know that if you do opt out based on what is out there today, that if, like, for example, you stay in senior care, you will be paying almost $200 a month per Medicare eligible retiree for your plan. Okay, so make sure you look at the city rate chart on OLR so that you do know, what those fees are, since the city took that disclaimer out of the last opt-out form.
okay, remember, okay, Nicole, like, you can rewatch this video. It's going to be on our page. It'll be put at the top. You can rewatch it because I see the questions are coming in. I missed the beginning. Do we opt out now? Don't panic. Okay. Again, that's the whole goal. This is not a panic to go rush and opt out. Go ahead, Marianne.
Yeah, we're not saying panic. We're not saying rush and do this. We're just saying that by the time we get to court to argue the merits of our case, and we had a great day in court today. Please don't take this message the wrong way. It was a great day in court. The judge said he finds still for us that the plan is still in chaos and that he cannot lift the restraining order. Okay, so by the time we get back to court, it will be February 28th. The judge already said today, I am not making a decision on the 28th. I'm going to take some time, and then I will issue my decision after. He left it vague. After could be March 1st, March 5th, March 10th, March 15th. I don't know when he's going to do it. We already know that the opt-out deadline currently stands at March 31st because the plan takes effect April 1. So technically, you have 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks to opt out. The further away from that opt-out deadline, as closer to today that you opt out, the safer we are that if whatever chaos happens, that the city, you're not going to get jammed up into the city enrolling us into this Medicare Advantage plan. The city tried today to get the judge to enroll, to give all of our data to the Alliance. And we know by federal law, once the Alliance has it, they have to transmit it to CMS, to Medicare. Once Medicare has it, you are automatically enrolled in MAP. So the judge realized that he could not permit that to happen because he told us the opt-out deadline was March 31st. And he also understood our argument, and the city never blinked when Steve said it, that once you're in it, it will take us months to get out of it. So this is why we're saying to you now, we have good feelings how this is going to come out. But if you ask the lawyers will always say, it's a 50-50 chance whether you'll win this or lose this, right? We're staying positive. We still think that this is going to go well, and today was a really good day. But we want you to start to look at opting out, because if you're in a delicate situation, and you know already you don't want to be in the new plan, you should start to opt out now. And if the more time you give yourself to do it, the more time you have for the confirmations. And if there's an issue, for that issue to be addressed so that it's not an issue come April 1st, right? So no stress, no panic. Most of us are all in the same situation as you are. We don't want to be in that plan either. So we're right there with you, okay?
This time right now is for you to educate yourself on how to opt out. And, hopefully this whole time you've been researching the plan for yourself, gathering your own knowledge. We're not here to force feed you the knowledge whether the plan's good or the plan's bad. You need to make that determination for yourself. We're not going to tell you to go spend $192 a month plus your $2.53 plus the prescription plan. That's got to be a decision that you make on your own, because for some people, they have no choice but to go into this plan because they can't afford anything else. So, make sure before you opt out that you're 100% committed to your opt out, you're sure that's what you want, and then do it. Because if we win, all the opt outs are null and void, we stay in senior care, and we don't have to pay anything. If we lose, then you got to pay the money. My thing is right now, after today's hearing with the judge, I say I'm about 75% positive. We got a really good case. And it's going to be an out of the ballpark home run. Especially because of comments that you made. Just little nuances that, make you feel positive. But then again, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Let me see what the 8 ball says.
But
Ask me again later.
But it was a good day. So yes, we're suggesting that if you are ready to opt out, you should probably start that process now. Give yourself time to get it going, fill out that form, and that if there is any issues, going forward, that we'd be able to help you, at least get you through them before too close to that deadline. So please start to do that.
Right, and also understand, depending on which way the case goes, like Ralph said, if we win and it's in our favor, we don't pay. I'm not even going to say it, then there's the option that, yes, we will have to pay. So again, when you make your decisions on opting out, you have to look at both sides, walk that line and say, this side is here, this side is here. So, because there was a question in the chat. So, again.
The key thing is that once you get in, it might not be as easy as they say to get out. So
correct, and whether that's not, but I'm talking about opt out.
Right.
We're talking about opting out. So
you got to be careful. Don't wait too long.
Okay. So that's the story. We just wanted a quick little chat with you, tell you we had a really great day on court today. The stay is continued. Our next court date will be on the 28th at 11 a.m. You'll be hearing from us more because I'm sure we'll have another ask from you in between. But we're working on that one. But for right now, just start looking at that opt-out page on our website, www.nycretirees.org /opt-out, or just navigate to the page and go to opt-out link. Start to get those in. Do we recommend you do them in more than once? I don't think that's a good idea. I think that'll just create more havoc and delay. I think do it once, get yourself documented, get your confirmation from them, your reference number from them, date, time, document everything, and I think you'll be fine. So start to do that today. If you have some issues, I'm sure we'll hear your feedback. But other than that, thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you for providing those affidavits. Thank you for your continued donations to this legal fund. It's what's helped us keep this going. And for that, I say thank you and have a great afternoon.
I got just one ask from everybody. Spread the word to your friends who are on social media. Inform them. Get the information out. And continue to send in your donations. And that's all I can ask you.
Really?
That's all I can ask you to do.
I'm muting you because you're making too much noise. Okay. On that note, everyone, have a great afternoon, and we'll talk to you soon. Good night.